So you're gonna take some 20 gauge wire, and I just kind of pull it out to where it's a foot, a little over a foot. And now you're gonna take your biggest bead, slide it onto your wire, find the middle. And then you're gonna take a needle nose plier or a chain nose plier, and you're gonna push that wire down on both sides. And then you're gonna come up to your wire and kind of bring it in just a little so that it looks like this. Do it on both sides. And now you're gonna take your ring mandrel and you're gonna slide that bead onto your ring mandrel. So if you're a 7, go up a size to an 8 because it's gonna get smaller as you wrap. Now you're gonna go around 2 times on one side and 2 times on the other side. And then you're gonna push those together. And you're gonna come up to the top right here. And you're gonna do a couple of twists around that bead. Now you're gonna start putting some beads. I'm gonna start out with one size on one side of the beads. So you're gonna add 3 to one side. You're gonna take that piece of wire, you're gonna push it up underneath and wrap it around. When you get to the top, you're gonna cut that wire off, and come in and push that wire down so that it doesn't stick. And then you're gonna take the other side and you're gonna add on, I'm gonna probably put 5 on. Now you're gonna push that piece down and wrap it around 3 times. Then you're gonna slide it back on to your mandrel, push it down so that your band is gonna be all nice and neat. And then take it off and you've got your halo ring.
We're gonna need the wire that we've cut a 15-inch length of. I'm gonna use my round nose pliers. You're gonna grip at the end, and I want it to be flat on your pliers. And then we're gonna loop around until it meets that wire. Now I want you to take your flat nose. We're starting from the center of the flower and working out. So we're gonna get a grip and we're gonna just start rolling our loop inside. And you're just resting it along that wire as you roll. And we want about 4 rolls on each side. So now that I have those, we're gonna actually make this outside part of the flower now. Just mark with a permanent marker where you want that loop to be so it's consistent in size every time. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grip right there where our mark is. And I want you to roll around. You're gonna have to loosen your grip and roll it around until you make your first loop, just like that. And then we're gonna go right next to that. And we're gonna do another roll. Just make sure you're gripping it where you made those marks on your pliers so that all our loops are gonna be the same size. Okay, so I've kind of come out from the side. I'm gonna start pushing it in together. And you wanna lift this center part above those as you push them together. So I'm gonna have the same amount on each side, and I'm gonna make one more loop so that I can overlap with this one. And we are gonna put that one back behind this loop. And what I like to do is I like to grab both through the pliers and kind of straighten that out. Okay, so I'm gonna take my cutters and just clip off my extra on the back side here. Now you can take your chain nose and come in and gently close that, and you wanna just twist it till it closes. You want that to touch that other piece of the wire. I want you to take one side of your round nose and put it through that center hole that we made, and with your hands, you're gonna hold right here and just push that piece, those pieces out with those round nose pliers. Now, you're gonna take 1 inch of your chain, and we're gonna take 1 jump ring, and we're just gonna wiggle that open. And I'm gonna put it through both parts of the flower, and then I'm gonna put the end of the chain in there. But what we're gonna do is take another jump ring, and we're gonna attach the toggle to it. Put one at the bar end of my toggle, and then attach it to my 1 chain end, and then I'm gonna get another jump ring and attach the other part of the toggle. So you have 1 more jump ring, And you're just gonna open that up and put it through the top of your chain and then around your toggle and twist that shut. So I'm gonna take one of these head pins, and I know I'm gonna use all these, so I'm going to put my bead on there. And then we're just gonna give the pin a little bend, a 90-degree bend with our flat nose right next to that bead there. And then we'll take our round nose, just grip right there, pull around the round nose. So we're gonna snip off our extra. We're gonna open up that loop that we just made. I'm gonna actually put this one on that first jump ring up there, not the chain. I'm just gonna wiggle that one shut. And then we'll keep going. And look at that, beautiful, beautiful flower necklace.
First, we are going to mix our resin. The measurement is you're gonna do 3 parts resin, 1 part hardener. So I'm going to fill this with the resin up to the 120, and then I will finish filling it to the 160 with the hardener. And to mix it, you're just going to stir it up for about a minute until it gets kind of cloudy. Now we can get our flowers ready to put in our bangle. We are going to fill the bangle up about halfway with resin using this syringe. You don't have to push it really hard, but just rest it in your bangle and just lightly squeeze it. Okay, so grab your tweezers and you're just going to set your little flowers in there wherever you like. Once you've reached your desired flower pattern, make sure all of it is full up to the edge. I'm just gonna take a little more resin, and if you see any bubbles, grab a toothpick or use your tweezers to pop it. This resin takes 24 to 48 hours to cure, and I usually like to wait at least 48. I've brought with me one that I did about 30 hours ago, and it feels like it's ready to come out of the mold. So to do this, all you have to do is just peel it off. And you have a bangle.
So I'm just gonna grab this and I'm gonna cut 2 full circles of the memory wire off of the spool. So what you're gonna do is you're going to find the end of your wire, and then I'm just gonna put this little bead stopper on the end to keep my beads from going off the other side. And then you're just gonna start stringing. I'm gonna start with my lapis, and you will string on, I'm gonna go 5 lapis on one side, and then you're gonna add a little accent gold bead. And my pattern then basically is to go 1, and then 1 gold bead, and then 2, and then another gold bead, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. So I'm gonna keep stringing away. I've gone 2, and now I'm on my little 3. So I'm just gonna continue with that same pattern on the other side. So what I'm gonna do now is just kind of take these memory wire hoops, and I'm just gonna make a little loop on either side at the top. So what you wanna do, and I'm just using a bail shaping plier. So I'm gonna grab the side of the memory wire right here next to my bead stopper on that side, and I'm just gonna roll this into a loop. And then do the exact same thing, go in the exact same direction on the other side. And so this is the front, and that's the top. And you're just gonna flip up this little circle, and you're gonna add this ring. And then I'm just gonna flip up the other side, and I'm going to connect my ring through that. And then I'm just gonna twist it down. So you see, I'm always twisting up, twisting down. This is my little ear wire. Same thing, just like the loops I opened there, you're just gonna twist open that loop. Keep the integrity of that piece as well. Pop that on there and twist it closed. We're going to use this 16 gauge wire. So I'm just gonna pull out about 6 inches of this wire. I'm gonna clip this off, just like so, and then I'm gonna clip another piece. Next step is we're just basically gonna fold these 2 pieces of wire in half. Grasp them approximately in the center, and I'm gonna bend them in half. So we're gonna tighten that up in the center, and then I'm gonna give it a good squeeze, just like so. Open up the bottoms of them, like so. So I'm just gonna bend this around the side here, and then do the same thing on the other side. It kind of starts forming that tulip shape. Trim your wires to length, and you just wanna make sure you trim them all the same length. Use your bail shaping plier, and you just grab the end of one of these little spokes that you made and just roll it into a loop. So when you pull it to the side, you can see it, but when you look at it from the front, so I'm just gonna bring this down over my mandrel and press down a little bit farther to get that curve up closer to the top. And then bend it around. Just kind of pull it back out and pull it back out, and then look at it next to the other one, just until you're happy with the match. Okay, now the next step is to cut your chain. Get one that you like the length of, and then after you like the look of the length, put it on a little piece of wire like so, and then put another piece of chain that's exactly the same, or that's a little bit longer on the other one, that's the same chain. Hold it like this, and then just trim off the excess. This will save you all kinds of headaches. This is going to be right at, measuring chain's also really fun. 1 3/4 inches. That's the shorter piece of chain. And I already cut my other pieces. So these 2 longer pieces here with the stainless steel chain are going to be 3 1/8 inches long. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up these loops that you made at the back, and you're gonna attach your chain. You want the shorter piece in front, so you put that on first, and then the longer piece in back. Drop one of those chains on there, like so, and then drop the longer one right behind it. And then take it and twist it back closed. Then on this side, you're gonna do the exact same thing. There's 1, and there's 2. But today we're gonna make our ear wires. We're gonna start with 20 gauge wire, cut it with our flush cutter, grab the end of the flush cut piece, both of them together. Once again, we're working with both pieces together, so we make them exactly the same, and roll them into a loop with the smallest bail on your bail shaping plier. Then you're gonna use the largest bail on your bail shaping plier. You're gonna grasp those 2 pieces of wire, and you're gonna bend them over, press them inward to get a little curve in your ear wire, and then you're going to trim the wires just like so. Twist this open, drop this on, making sure that those loops are facing to the back of your earring.